What's up, everybody? Welcome back again to the Z-Man Show, taking a look at this second to last episode for World Beyond, which surprisingly kind of picked up here towards the end of the second season. Finally, actually, it's about time for this show to finally show us something good, but for those who have invested the time. And with that said, tonight's episode is called Death and the Dead, as we see Leo, the father of Iris and Hope, kind of leading the charge to basically get this escape plan going for all the rest of the scientists that want to leave the CRM and hopefully find some kind of refuge to continue their research and whatnot. And furthermore, try to alert Portland that an attack is coming. They're going to unleash a deadly gas on them, kill the entire colony. And why, when we find out all in the end, per Jadis, towards the end of the episode, is because they saw that in the future, these colonies, they weren't self-dependent enough, and they were basically sucking the resources from the CR, and basically they needed to put a stop to it. Otherwise, they would have eventually fallen into famine, desperation, and just collapse in the end. Amazingly enough, Hope really brought up a good point. Like, who left you in charge to decide who can live and die? You're not God. True, there's a lot of bad things that could go down, but we've seen Alexandria through hard times, and they made it work out. Anything's possible, right? So either way, there were some other crazy things that happened. We had even a couple deaths, so if you haven't seen the episode, definitely go watch it first. But we lost Percy tonight. Now again, are we all really hurt and saddened? Because, I felt a little bit bad for the poor guy, but I could kind of see through the writing and the setup that he was probably not going to make it out. He was talking about him and Iris, heading off on their own, starting anew and surviving together, trying to make the world a little less crappy and all that stuff. I was like, oh boy, that moral compass, if you start growing a heart and a soul, you better watch out in this show, or any of the Walking Dead shows for that matter. And the poor guy, yeah, so there was also some goofy things that kind of happened in tonight's episode, as I'm just kind of pointing around to these little hits and misses throughout. I thought it was a bit odd seeing Silas and Elton go off on their own to go try and get meds for Dennis. True, they want to save him, I get that, but with the stakes as high as they are, with the 1,000+ walkers on the way into the facility, the chances of being caught, that was highly stupid and very dangerous. And furthermore, they probably shouldn't have actually made it out of there, but hey, they're part of the Goonies squad and they have to make it out. As you saw, the four kind of holding each other, and they all set out together, and they're all still together here towards the end. And see, that's that stuff that just starts to really bother me with shows, because I'm like, this is a zombie apocalypse, right? Not everybody's going to make it out of this. Not everything is just a coincidence and going to work out. And I think the writers sometimes lose out on that. And let me know what you think. Do you mind that, and I call it plot armor because that's absolutely what it is, because they expect certain members to make it through the entire show. And so when they're in danger, do we really even feel that they're in danger? Because we know, no, they're going to make it through to the next episode, or furthermore, even to the end. But I have hope. I have hope that they would actually, give some twists and turns along the way and not just kill off, let's just face it, canon fodder characters like Percy and so forth, who we met, and yeah, we're kind of connected to him a little bit, but not really. There needs to be some deaths, either between one of the sisters, the dad, Leo. I thought things were really going to get bad towards the end of this episode when they, all the scientists were getting on the trucks and heading off first. I was like, oh man, are they even going to make it? We find out that Leo's truck gets tires spiked. And at the end of the episode, Felix is on his way on foot to try and catch up with them and save them. And as we already seen in the next episode, I haven't watched the episode yet, but I saw the next scenes. It looks like the CRM is going to catch up, and there's going to be a fight that definitely goes down. Felix and that one sergeant dude who said, I'd put a bullet in your head now if I could. And Felix is like, next time I see you, I'm going to kill you. So, I kind of like Felix's character, although he kind of got, I don't say side-seated or anything, but we didn't see as much from him in season 2 as I'd hoped. And then they had the chance to kill that general major guy, whatever, his son, right? The one that Hope was kind of digging on at first. They were using him as collateral, right? To try and get away free. And she had the chance to end him. And I don't want to make it seem so simple, like, oh, you should have just killed him, kill. It's not that easy, right? But she knows he's evil. He doesn't get it. He is one, as she said, you're one of them. You don't give a crap about us. You don't give about, you're brainwashed. And he truly is. But yet, Iris, among all people, stopped her sister from pulling the trigger. That was shocking. That was very shocking. I mean, it seems a bit out of character, really, because all she wanted was to just overthrow the CR and everything that they were about, and I mean, become a killer. But maybe she saw what was becoming inside of her, and she's like, I don't want this for my sister, and maybe she even regrets doing what she did by killing that soldier, and I don't know, going about things a certain way. Either way, it was an interesting scene to see it go down that way. Furthermore, is Dennis dead? So Dennis is, remember, the husband to Huck. Huck makes it back to the facility. Mind you, he doesn't have his antibiotics yet. But there's a scene towards the very, very end when she walks out and she's by some containers and she's crying, and she pulls her necklace close that has her ring on it and she kisses it. I don't know about you guys, but that makes me believe that Dennis didn't make it in there. But I'm telling you, if they gave him an off-screen death, that was a total miss. I mean, the last time we saw them, she was kissing on his forehead and smiling, and they were just kind of talking a few words to each other. So I hope they didn't just do him like that, because that's a lame character death, especially for him and what he went through. I mean, we should at least see it. I thought she was going to come back to the warehouse, and he was already going to be turned and, either laying there trying to get up or walking around or so forth. But I guess we'll see in episode 10 if it goes down that way or not. Furthermore, what about the end of the episode where Huck calls in? Now, again, coincidences? Yeah, I'm going to call it a little bit on this one, because it's like, how did you randomly come across these? But what she came across, as you saw, was all these black refrigerated, powered containers, clearly for refrigeration, and it has all the gas. She found where they moved the gas. And she's saying, hey, do you guys still have that C4 available? Now, mind you, there's no way in hell they have anywhere near enough C4 to blow all those containers. But maybe if they set off a chain reaction, maybe it could nail several of them. I don't know. We'll have to see how that all goes down, too. But apparently that's going to be their mission, probably, as we get into episode 10, the finale. So, yeah, again, this episode, I wouldn't call it amazing. It kind of seems like a means to get to the end. I mean, there were some things that had to go down, no doubt. We had to see, furthermore, we had to see Huck turn on Jadis, and Jadis was surprised. So all along, she did not suspect. Although she made a comment like, she said something like, your mother was right about you. So you wonder if maybe she kind of had a feeling. If she might have had a feeling, but she definitely wasn't for sure if Huck was the betrayer, giving the Goonies squad and whatever the information they need and to pull off this heist and whatever. So overall, this was a pretty decent episode. I mean, there were some things, some little odd quirks and little side journeys that I was just like, should you really be doing that? Or is that all you could come up with? But not too bad. I don't want to dog them too bad. I guess I give this episode about a 7 overall in the end. So I'd love to know what you thought about tonight's episode. I know some of you may have already watched the finale. I'll be watching it very soon, and then I'll give you my final thoughts on the end of World Beyond and see where this all ends out. Is Jadis going to make it? We'll see what goes down. Are both sisters going to make it out? Is their dad going to make it? Are they going to be one happy family moving forward? I mean, they have a lot of hardships ahead of them. I mean, there was one, I can't remember who was talking earlier. I think it was Iris. She said, do you ever think about the future and, what's to come? And I was thinking to myself, yeah, a lot of hardships, because, I mean, unless you make it to Portland and the city gets untouched by the CR, yeah, that might go down. Of course, there might be a war between the CR and Portland. I mean, there could be a lot of bad things ahead. Or plus, what if they don't even decide to go to Portland? They just want to go a whole other way. Like, let's go the opposite direction. They might try that too. It won't be an easy road, Iris. That is for sure. I can't help it. Her acting in this one still makes me cringe on a lot of parts. But I mean, she did okay. I thought that was a little odd too when the dad was leaving with the other scientists. Neither of the girls went over and hugged him or was like, "Good luck, Dad," or this or that. Didn't that seem odd to you? I don't know. I'm like, you guys fought so hard to get here and find your dad, and you find out he is still one of the good guys. But yet, you're just kind of like, yeah, we'll see you later, Dad. No goodbyes. Yeah, you're only going on the most dangerous mission you've probably ever done in your entire life, right? Okay, but besides that, nah, you're good. No goodbyes. We'll see you in a little bit. Okay, guys. Well, anyways, this is Mike here with the Z-Man Show. I hope you enjoyed my small rant and review on tonight's episode, as we only have one left, and then World Beyond will pretty much be that'll be all tied up. Fear the Walking Dead, we have one more episode, and there'll be mid-season finale coming for next Sunday, or AMC Plus people have access to it now, and we're all quiet until pretty much February 2022 when TWD comes back to finish off their full, I guess 16 episodes it should be of season 11. So pretty exciting times. It'll be interesting to see how they wrap this all up. I really pray and hope that they don't jack up this ending and give us some Scooby Doo ending or something. Let's make sure they do it right. So I hope you're here with me to see it all end and hear my thoughts, and I'd also love to see your thoughts in the comments below. So make sure to like and subscribe if you are enjoying. And until then, guys, I will catch you at the next review. See you later.